Okay, let's we start the session. Good morning, all. On
Good
behalf of
morning.
AJK College of Arts and Science, I welcome to the skill-based webinar in an insight to cyber forensic science. I take this opportunity to welcome today's resource person, Mr. Sarath, Senior Security Consultant, Technovalley Software, India Private Limited, Kerala. I also welcome Dr. Ajit Kumar Lalmohan, sir, our college secretary, and Dr. B. Satish Kumar, our college principal, and department faculties, and my dear students. Today, we have gathered here for the webinar arranged for all computer science stream students, titled as An Insight to Cyber Forensic Science. I'm sure we will enriched by this webinar. Once again, I welcome all of you for this session. And the kind thank to Mr. Sarath for accepting our invitation and for giving a session to my students. Now I hand over the session to our honorable resource person, Mr. Sarath. Sir, you can take the session and uh, give the session, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Kamal sir. Thanks a lot. And I would like to thank you all also to giving me this opportunity. So let me share my screen. Please confirm that you are able to see it. Okay, just a minute. I hope my screen is visible to you all, right? Can anyone confirm that? Yeah, great. Thank you. Thank you, Adarsh. Now, good morning, one and all. Now, so today we are here to discuss about various concepts of cyber forensics, and let me take you through important fact in India. So in India, as you all know, the scarcity of police and the scarcity of law enforcement agencies is very big as of 2017, if I'm not wrong, if I'm on 2017 or 2018. Statistics were shown that like for every 1 lakh citizens, there were only 138 police officers. So every 1 lakh citizen, there were only 138 police officers. That's a very low number, right? It's not that much of a good thing. And then another statistics is, as you all know, in 2017, if I'm not wrong, in 2017 or 2018, the Reliance Jio made a revolution in our in our internet, right? In our internet usage, like the Jio was doing an outstanding performance, outstanding thing on the case of internet availability. That was very appreciable, and that made a lot of changes in India. That particular revolution, that I will call it as an internet revolution, because that much of changes were there just because of the Reliance Jio. So that much of change were happened just because of this Reliance Jio. And what was the change? The change is nothing but we all of us have started to use internet much more better. So in all the times before the coming of Jio, I still remember I have paid about like 250 rupees for 1 GB internet for 1 month. Okay, now we are paying about like 200 rupees, same 250 rupees, but for 30 GB per month. So that's the difference Jio made. And that difference, let me tell you, that difference from a security perspective, that difference is a bit dangerous. From a security perspective, as a cyber security practitioner, I will say that change was a bit dangerous. And that why it is dangerous, that's what we are going to discuss today on this particular webinar session. Now, let's move on to the session, and what we are going to discuss today, why we are sitting here for the next 1 hour. So we are actually going to discuss about various concepts or aspects of cyber forensics, and then why it is concerned and why it is very important. What is the importance of security as well as forensics, and what is the importance, and at last we will be like discussing about the career opportunities also. Why I am discussing about this much of things is like I'm giving you an insight to cyber forensics. So it's not a technical session, it's not that much of a technical like a workshop or something. It's just an insight to cyber forensics. And with this insight, what I'm trying to give you is why should you choose cyber forensics, and what is the importance of cyber forensics in 2021, and how can you start a career as a cyber forensic analyst or a cyber forensic consultant, and how to get into this industry? These are very important questions in front of you. So I hope these all are first year students, right? Can anyone confirm that first year or second year? What kind of like current seniority level of your the students?
Yes, sir, first year.
Yeah, first year. Okay, that's great. So you are just starting your journey towards cyber forensics. You are just starting your journey towards the cyber security. So it is very important to mold you well to get into the cyber security industry. So that's what we are going to discuss today. So let's start our session. And before moving onward further, it is very important to know who am I. So why I'm sitting in front of you, and why we are discussing about this, and why I'm taking this session. Who am I? So basically, I hope Kamal sir have given you a great introduction about me. Anyway, I need to introduce myself once more. So myself Sarath, and I'm currently working as a senior cyber security consultant in Kerala. I'm from Kerala native. So I'm currently working in Ernakulam in a company called Technovalley Software India Solutions. So we are much more focused on to the trainings as well as cybersecurity solutions. And other than my work, my full-time work in Technovalley, I'm also currently working as a Cyberdome cadet. Cyberdome cadet means a volunteer. So it's by the Cyberdome is by the Kerala Police. It's a wing of Kerala Police. And other than that, I'm a volunteer on Cyber Peace Foundation and Internet Society and all. So that's a bit about me, and I'm into this industry for about like 4 to 5 years now, and into teaching field for about like 2 to 3 years now. Now that's about my background. I'm not going into very details about my background at all. Let's move on to the session. Now, as you all know, each day is passing and this cyber attacks are increasing. Likewise, I have told you the concept of geo. Like the geo made a lot of difference in our internet usage, right? Just do a self-evaluation. Just think about yourself. And what were you doing with your smartphone before geo and after geo? Okay, so like we are saying, before Christ and after Christ, the geo, before geo and before after geo. So that made a lot change, right? So all of you have started to use internet, all of you have started to use smartphones, and not only geo made a difference, but also the COVID. And why we are having a conversation like this, why we need to use the platforms like Google Meet and Zoom for the communication, just because of only one thing, which is the COVID-19, right? And the COVID-19 along with the geo and all of them made a lot change in our internet usage, internet usage behavior. What was the change? The usage of internet gone very, very upwards. Like it was like a huge, upwards for the internet, right? So that change created a lot of risk too. And as I always say, the speciality of this kind of thing, the speciality of the internet is nothing but whenever we are creating a popularity, that popularity creates a lot of vulnerabilities. And by vulnerability, I'm meaning a security weakness, okay? So let's say, let's take it this way. You know the Apple and Windows, and a MacBook and a Windows computer system. And also let's take a Linux. So let's look into that. Like on the base of that thing, the Mac OS is there, Windows is there, Linux is there. But most of the time, the Windows will be attacked. The Windows is the one who is being attacked all the time. And then Mac OS is also being attacked, Linux is also being attacked, but compared to Windows, it is very low. Why were you seeing this? Why it is like that? Just because of only one thing, which is nothing but just because of only one thing, because Windows is more popular. Now let's take the Android and iOS. And in case of Android and iOS, Android is more being attacked. Why? Because of only one thing, because Android is more popular than iOS. And 83% of market share is with the Android, so that attackers are targeting what? Android. So it doesn't mean the iOS or the Linux doesn't have any kind of security weaknesses or vulnerability. Yes, it is having security weakness, but that popularity, that is the important part here, that popularity creates the problem here. So as the iOS is more popular, as the Windows is more popular, as the Android is more popular, they are being targeted to these attacks. They are being targeted to these attacks. That's the problem here. Okay, so that's a problem in this particular thing. So that's the problem with the cyber security. That's the problem with the COVID-19, and that's the problem with the Reliance Jio from a security perspective. Okay, that's from a cyber security perspective. These are the risks we need to face. And as I told you in the first position itself, the problem with India is like the scarcity of law enforcement agencies. And as you know, in 2017. I'm saying the stat on the base of 2017 because government officials are reporting on the base of 2017 only. That's why. So on 2017, what happened is about 21,000 cyber crimes were reported. 21,000 cyber crimes were reported in 2017 only. Okay, in 2017. This is 2021 now, and I'm 100% sure that the number of cyber crimes is increased, or I will say it is doubled as of 2017. Mostly maybe 1 lakh cyber crimes may be here. In India, about in every 1 hour, 6 bank frauds are being reported. Six bank frauds are being reported. So these stats shows a very, very great risk for the internet. And as you all know, our Prime Minister and along with the Central Cabinet is promoting the Digital India concept. But whenever we are promoting the digital India concept, is it secure? That's a very big question, right? Is it secure? So that's the question here. Is it secure? Can we build a secure digital India? So for that purpose, we need what? We need cyber security. For that purpose, we need what? We need cyber forensics. What is the importance of forensics here? Why should we think about the forensics here? So in case of forensics, and the forensics is all about like normally whenever we say cyber forensics, the first thing comes to our mind is like a person holding a lens and going around a crime scene to look for the evidences and all. Like it's not only it's not like that in real way. So in real world, what as a cybersecurity consultant or a cybersecurity analyst, you will be doing is you will be trying to study an attack. So normally there are two different concepts in cybersecurity: the cybersecurity and cyber forensics. The security and forensics, or we say penetration testing and cyber forensics, or incident handling. Incident handling is also a part of cyber forensics. So the penetration testing and forensics are there. In case of the penetration testing as well as the forensics, what happens is these two are very important part of cybersecurity. To achieve the security, we need both of them. We need security. We need security as well as we need what? We need security as well as we need the forensics. Why we need both of them? The first thing, let's talk about the cyber security or the penetration testing. So in penetration testing, what happens is in penetration testing or in the cyber security, it's all about giving security for a computer device. What does a cyber means? A cyber means what? A cyber means anything related to internet, and the security means what? Security means the state of being free from a danger or a threat. So collectively, it means nothing but securing anything related to internet from a danger or a threat. That's what it means. So basically, it's nothing but the cyber security means what? The cyber security means anything securing anything related to internet from dangers or from threats. That's what the cyber security means. Okay. Now, in case of cyber security, what we will be doing is we will be trying to attack into multiple devices and like other things. We will be trying to attack into multiple devices. We will be trying into multiple devices, and we will be trying to attack into these devices to do what? To perform the testing. So that we can do one thing. We can just a minute. I'm very sorry. Just a minute. I'm very sorry. There was a small interruption. That's why. Sorry. I'm very sorry. So let's come to our point. So penetration testing is nothing but penetration testing is something that is like a cyber attack. We will be doing an attack, and I hope you have attended the training. You have attended the webinar sessions on hacking and all. So you will be having an idea about penetration testing. So it's nothing but we will be doing what? We will be trying to attack into the devices. So like a normal attacker, we will be trying to attack into the devices. So as we are trying to attack into the devices, what we can identify is we can identify the security weaknesses, or we can identify the security vulnerabilities in that particular system. Okay, now as we know the security vulnerability, we can do what? We can patch them, and we can remove an opportunity of attack for the bad actors, for the bad hackers, we say. So that's what testing is all about. It's all about preventing the attack before happening it, right? That's all about like preventing the attack before happening it, preventing the security weakness or preventing the preventing the security vulnerabilities and all. That's what the testing is all about. Now, when it comes to forensics, it's a bit different. Now, what happens with the forensics is, in cyber forensics, I'm not going to read the entire definition of something. You can go through the definition, which is in the slide, so you can go through that. I'm not going to go ahead with the the definition. You can go through those. So basically, what it means with the cyber forensics is a little bit different. It's all about like learning from an attack. Like normally, as we have said, the concept in the concept of cyber security, or in the concept of penetration testing, it's all about preventing the attack, right? But cyber forensics is all about like not preventing the attacker, but attacks, but learning from the attack. So normally, as I told you in the first status, in India, let's stick on to India only. I'm not going to a global market or something. Let's stick on to India only. So in India, the scarcity of law enforcement agencies and scarcity of policemen is very high. So just because of this, everyone cannot spend their entire resources. Any of the law enforcement agencies cannot spend their entire resources for the purpose of cyber crime prevention or purpose of cyber crime attacks and all. So that what we need to do is we need professionals such as cyber forensics consultants or cyber forensic analysts for doing what? For performing this kind of analysis and to prevent the attacks from happening once more. So once as we have took all the security measures, we have implemented all the securities, but still an attacker were able to attack into our network. Let's consider, but still an attacker were able to attack into our network. And as the attacker were able to attack into the network, what happens is, now they have attacked into it. So, okay, that's okay. So they have got into our network. Okay, that's okay, and they have made some damage in our network. They may have they may have gone ahead with our data. They may have erased the data. Let's consider they have made some kind of issues, some kind of dangers, or some kind of anything, some kind of dangers onto our network. Okay, let's consider that. Now, as they were able to attack into our network and they were able to endanger our network, what happens here is, after the attack, the cyber forensics comes into the scene. So what happens with the cyber forensics? They will try to do what? They will try to identify the root cause analysis. They will try to identify the root cause. For that, they will be performing root cause analysis, we say. So what happens with the root cause is, yeah, there were a security incident, there were a cyber attack. But it will not happen with one magic word or one button click or not something. No, it will not happen like that. It will be, if there were a security incident, it will happen only in a one position, which is there must be some kind of security weaknesses or there must be some kind of security vulnerability. It can be a humans, it can be employees, it can be hardware related vulnerability, it can be software related vulnerability, whatever it is, there is some kind of security weakness or there is some kind of security vulnerability. That's the concept. Okay, so as there are some kind of security weaknesses or some kind of security vulnerabilities, we need to identify that vulnerability. That's what the forensics team will do. So the forensics team will be doing what? The forensics team will be doing nothing but they will be collecting and analyzing the data. They will be collecting and analyzing the data from the network or from the computer or from the mobile device if it was there. And from the data, they will be collecting and analyzing the data so that they can identify the root cause. That's one method of performing the cyber forensic process. And another method is like from crime scene. So if you are like working with a law enforcement agency such as a police or any kind of other law enforcement agency such as NIA or CBA or let's say law enforcement agencies, you are working with them. So you will be like visiting the crime scenes and all. So you have got a mobile device from them. You have got a mobile device from the crime scene. So what you will be doing is you will be taking the mobile device and you will be analyzing the data inside it. So you will be analyzing the data, so whatever the data it have, so you need to perform data recovery. That's a very important part in forensics. Whenever you are learning something in forensics, such as the certifications and all, what happens is you will be looking onto the data, you will be recovering the data. You will be recovering the data from the device. Okay, that's what happens. You'll be recovering the data from the device, and you can do what? You'll be recovering the data from the mobile device, and you can present it in the quarter flow. That's the second method. Okay, so the first method is like analyzing analyzing the data from a network which were like victim for the security attacks, and the second one is you can collect information from a case from a crime scene. Okay, these are the two application methods of cyber forensics. That's how we perform the cyber forensic analysis, and that's why cyber forensics is important. Now, in cyber forensics itself, there were various types of forensics are there, such as network forensics, database forensics, email forensics, mobile phone forensics, malware forensics, etc. So let's look on to each of them. So in case of network forensics, let's consider you are working as a security consultant or a cyber forensic consultant for a company. Okay, as you are working as a network forensics or a cyber forensic consultant, what you will be doing is you will be dealing with this kind of problems every day. So like if you are working for an MNC, a company like MNC, so there will be some kind of attacks most of the days. So what you'll be doing is you'll be like checking the entire network logs. You'll be checking you'll be monitoring the entire networking communications and all, so that you can collect information. And let's say, unfortunately, one day there were a security incident. Unfortunately, one day there were a security incident in your organization. So what you need to do is like we need to do what? We need to monitor the entire network, and also we need to collect data. We need to collect evidence of those attacks. We need to confirm that in the quarter flow, right? So to confirm that in the quarter flow needs what? The quarter flow needs evidences. So you will be collecting the evidence from the network, or you will be collecting the evidence from the entire entire network and entire devices. And after that, what you will be doing is you will be analyzing those data to collect some kind of output from the data, such as who performed this attack, what caused these attacks, what was the after effect, or what was the consequences of these attacks, all of them, and you will be like presenting it in the quarter flow or in any other places you need to. So that's what happens with the network forensics. It is all about like collecting information about the network traffic and analyzing the network traffic from each and every computers. Then there is database forensics, in which it's another type of forensics. From the name itself, you may already know what is a database forensics. A database forensics is nothing but it's something that is related to database. Like normally the heading means what the database forensics means. It is something related to database. But not only the database. Here comes an important part. It is all about like data, right? It is all about data and the metadata. So that's a very important part in cyber forensics. And normally, whenever we need to perform forensics on a particular person or something, some kind of data, we'll be checking the metadata. The metadata is a very, very important part, because in every data, in every file or in everything, there will be metadata. So the metadata is a very important part. So let's look on to it. What is metadata? So I'm saying the metadata. What is it? So the metadata is something that is called as the data about the data. So that's also a little bit confusing, I know. So the data about the data. What is data about the data? So it's nothing but, let's take an image. Okay, let's take an image. The image is a data, right? The image is a data. So you need to the image will have a name, right? The image will have a name. The image will have a width, the image will have a height, the image file will be having a size, and it should be having the information about the camera it took. So all the information will be there. So that is the data. Let's take the name only. So data about the data means what? A data is image is a data, and there is a name for the image. So the name for the image is a metadata. It is the data about the data. So that's what the metadata is. From metadata itself, we can collect a lot of information. From even a very small metadata, we can collect a lot of information. So let's say if you are taking an image from your mobile phone, let's take you are taking an image from your camera, your mobile phone camera. If you are taking an image from your mobile phone camera, there will be information such as your mobile device, your mobile device and your your like a location. That's a very important part. Your location, there will be information about your location, where you are currently in, from which location you have collected this, you have took this picture, and which was the device you are using, and which is the camera you are using, which is the date and time you took the picture, and all those information. If you are taking a selfie from your home, that selfie will be having the information about your geolocation information, such as you are currently at your home. So that will be having the longitude and the latitude of your home. If I'm taking a picture currently, as I'm in office, I'm currently in my office, that particular image will be having what my office information, my office location, the correct latitude and longitude. So you can check the information. I'm not going to the technical parts or something. I'm not if it was a technical workshop, then I would have been like showing you the how to do that at all. But anyway, let's record to the general concepts. So these kind of information will be there in the metadata. So not only in the image, okay, I'm just saying the example of image, but it is not only in the image, it's all about like every file, each and every file will be having this information. And also let me tell you one thing, you are currently in AJKCAS college, you'll be using computers and you'll be having a website, right? I have seen some websites, I've seen the website of AJKCAS college. So in that website, there must be some documents. I haven't done any kind of examination, so I'm not saying for sure, but there is a possibility, I'm saying. So there must be some documents uploaded from your from your college computers or something. So by downloading and examining the documents from your website will give me the information about your internal network, which kind of operating system you are using, which kind of computer you are using, who is the person responsible to this kind of data. So by examining your examining the documents inside your college website will give me an information. Not only your college, but also every other institutions will be having this website, and by collecting the documents from the website, I can say for sure that these are the information about your internal network. So by collecting information, so how will I be able to do that? By collecting the metadata of your document, I can say that this is the device created from this kind of this particular document is created from this kind of computer. So I can say that like that's a possibility. Okay, so that's what we can say. So those kind of possibilities are there. For what? Those kind of possibilities are there for every website. So when I'm saying it in a perspective of an attacker, there's a lot of possibility, right? So as a forensic consultant, what you will be doing is you will be trying to prevent me. You will be trying to learn from attacks. So as I already said you, like these are the possibilities in your website. So as a cyber forensic consultant, what you will be doing is you will be as soon as you will be trying to remove the metadata from the document, so that you can prevent these attacks, or you can reduce the consequences of this kind of attacks. So that's what we can do from the database forensics. It's not only about analyzing the database. It's all about analyzing the single data. From analyzing a single data, we'll be able to capture a lot of information, and also this can be used in investigation also. Let's say an attacker accidentally left a particular left a particular file or some kind of scripts or some kind of content in the computer. Accidentally he forgot to remove those files. So what you can do is you can perform a metadata analysis on that particular scripts or that particular file, and you can collect information about the attacker. Okay, so those are the information we can collect from a document. By collecting these information itself, we can perform the database forensics. Then another type is email forensics. As you know, emails are very important. Nowadays, even the emails have legal standpoint now. So it's considered as a kind of evidence in the court of law. So that emails are also very important. So in email forensics, what we'll be doing is we'll be reading and analyzing the email. So normally every email out there, so let's say any email, let's take any email, okay. So every email out there will be having a lot of information, which is the device this particular email was generated, which is the time this particular email was generated, what was the authentication mechanism or encryption mechanism used in that particular email. So just by sending or just by analyzing an email, I will be able to do what? I will be able to track the location. So that's a possibility. I'm not saying for sure, but that's a possibility. By performing the email forensics or by performing the analysis on emails, it will give us a lot of information about the target. So it just like in the email forensics, it's not only about analyzing the email. So we can analyze the email by its headers in Gmail itself. Whenever you are typing the Gmail, you can go through this. Like it just there will be a 3-dot button in the top right, in the top left position, in the top right position. Just click on it. It will be having an option called show on or show as original, or show as original, something like that. Show original will be there. Just click on it. You will be presented with a website with a lot of information, and those information, those are called as headers, and those headers can give you a lot of information from where this email was generated, which was the device it generated, and what is the IP address of the device, and the location of the device. So all this information will be given to you if you perform whenever you are performing the email forensics. So it deals with the recovery and analysis of emails as well as the recovery of the email. So it includes what? It includes recovering deleted emails, contacts, information, and etc. So all those kind of information from calendars, from your device, from your like laptop or something. So all those information need to be what? It need to be recovered. Sometimes we need to recover all those information. That's also very important, right? In case of email forensics. Then there is mobile phone forensics. Now what happens with the mobile phone forensics? It's another important part. Like as I told you, like the use of smartphone was like drastically increased in our country just because of only one thing, not only one thing, two things, just because of Reliance Jio, first one, just because of COVID-19, second one. So both of them, both of these things, the COVID-19 as well as Reliance Jio, forced us to use internet. Like I will say forced us, like just it's out of our free will, but still it is a kind of forcing. Like Jio gave us internet for free for some time. Like whenever they have launched in India, they have given the internet for free, right? So as they were giving the internet for free, like most of us would have think that like, oh, okay, that's a free internet, so why should not I choose it? So that a lot of like internet users came into place, and along with the internet users, new smartphone users are also came into place. And the second thing, the COVID forced us to stay in homes, and I also suggest to stay in homes. That's very important for our country right now. So the COVID forced us to stay in homes, right? And from our home itself, we need to attend classes, we need to do our job and all. So that we are also forced to purchase new laptops, new smartphones and all. So the like the purchase of these kind of smart devices are drastically increased in our country. So the purchase of these products are drastically increased. It also comes along with the risk. So I told you earlier that popularity creates vulnerability. In mobile phone itself, like you may have seen like the Facebook hacking, WhatsApp hacking, and mobile being attacked, and bank frauds. It's a very great threat. The bank frauds. Like normally there are various kind of attackers and all saying that, hello ma'am, I'm calling from ABC Bank and I would like to update your card, or we would like to increase the limit in your card. So those kind of offers were coming through the smartphones, and like there were a lot of persons who are fall for that thing. That's a very big threat. That was a very big threat, means that was a very, very big threat. So due to that only, like India have lost about like millions, I will say millions of rupees. So a lot of persons have lost their money just because of this kind of attacks. So in mobile phone forensics also, you'll be doing what? You'll be doing our analysis and investigation on mobile devices. It generally involves what? Like you need to recover the SIM, you need to recover the phone contact, you need to recover the incoming and outgoing calls, SMSs, videos, photos, and documents in that device. So a lot of devices. Like in the mobile device only, we do have a lot of information, right? In mobile device only, we do have what my mobile device knows me much better than I know myself. So because of like the information or the data it carries. Like even my mobile phone carries a lot of information such as my my personal interest, my financial interest, my financial account details, my personal details. All those information are carried by the mobile device. So all those informations are carried out by the mobile device, and they have this kind of like very important information. So the my mobile device knows me much better than I know myself. because of these kind of data. So this much of data are very important. So recovering this data will also help us in like leading a crime investigation, or it will also help in like leading a like business and security incident in our company. So it is also very important, the mobile phone forensics. And there is malware forensics. It's not that much of a concerned part. It's not that much of a concerned thing in case of cyber forensics. Normally, the malware forensics is very important for the like malware analyst. There is a job role called malware analyst, and it is important. The cyber forensics the malware forensics is important for them only. The malware analyst. So if you are if you would like to like do the job as a malware analyst, there is a lot of great opportunities out there. So in malware forensics, what happens is we'll be like learning about malwares. So you may know like the malwares known as Wannacry and all. So this Wannacry and all were like caused us a lot of issue. So that particular Wannacry gave us a lot of issue, and that was a very big problem, right? So we need to learn about these malwares. So we need to learn about these malwares to do what? To prevent that particular malware from like attacking as one phone. So what Wannacry were there in 2017, and it caused a lot of issues. It caused a lot of issues. It caused a lot of issues. So like even in 3 to 4 days, that particular malware were able to attack into about like 3 lakh or 5 lakh computers. That's not a small number. That's a very large number. In 3 to 4 days, they were able to attack into 3 or 4 lakhs of computers. So that malware caused a lot of issue in our industry. And we need to we need to like prevent that from happening once more. So to prevent that from happening once more, what we'll be doing is we need to like do what we need to learn about that malware. So what happened with the malware, how it attacked, what is the vulnerability they have used, what is the payloads they have used, what was the worms, and what was the attacks they were using. That's a very big question. What was the attacks they were using? That's for the very important question in malware forensics. So we'll be learning about the malwares, how it attacked into us, what are the things, and all those information. So as I told you, these are the various types of cyber forensic investigation. You will be doing this one. This is what you are going to do after completion of your graduation. Whenever you are getting into a better job in an MNC as a cyber forensic consultant, this is what you are going to do. You are going to like learn about like malwares. You are going to recover the data from mobile devices, from the databases, from the computers, and you will be analyzing those data for collecting information, and you will be coming into conclusion based on those data. So this is what you are going to do whenever you are starting your career as a cyber forensic consultant. And why should we do this? Because of only one thing: to prove any kind of attacks or prove any kind of cyber crime, it is very important to have some kind of emails or documents or all those kind of evidences. Because normally whenever there is a case, the court will not accept the things we are saying by our mouth. The word of mouth will not be accepted in any court out there in the world. So we need evidences, and that evidence stands as a very strong point for every case. So it is very important to collect those kind of information. So that's why cyber forensics is important. So it is very important, but these are the concepts of cyber forensics. But I'm saying like a lot of opportunities are there, like a lot of things are there in the cyber forensics. So how to start your career? That's important part. When I'm giving you an insight to cyber forensic, it is also important part to give you an insight on your cyber forensic career, because all of you have joined for this kind of programs such as BSc Cyber Forensics for doing what? For choosing yourself as a career, choosing the cyber forensics as a career, right? I'm sure that you must have joined for this program due to your passion, because of your passion. So that is very important part to know what is the career side, how to choose the career, how to go ahead with the career, what I'm going to do. So you are going to do nothing but you are going to analyze and collect data and analyze data and to recover the data also. This is what you are going to do. So in every day, as I told you, in every day in India there were a lot of attacks happening. A lot of attack means a lot of cyber crimes are happening every day. So a lot of organizations are also being attacked onto, or also being attacked in despite this kind of attacks. The cyber attacks were happening. So in India, you know, a lot of startups are there. A lot means a lot of startups are there, right? In India, in India, about as of 2017, about 150 billions of funding were received for Indian IT industry. So that's a large, that much large is our IT. Our IT industry is a very large industry because about 150 billion US dollars of like funding were received for our IT industry in India only. In India only. Moreover, all our government departments, like such as our like most of the government departments are doing what? Most of the government departments are like converting, like doing digitalization, right? So all the departments have digitized. Most of them. I'm not saying every department. Most of the departments have done what? Most of the departments have digitized their operation. So along with this, as I told you earlier, there comes the risk. So whenever the users are increased, the attackers will also be attracted. Why? Because whenever the users are increased, the usage of data is also increased. Whenever the users are increased, the usage of what? The usage of like data and the storage of data, and not only some kind of data, the attackers are focusing on personally identifiable information, or we say PII. Personally identifiable information. That's what PII. So we'll be focusing on that PII. All the attackers will be focusing on the PII, or personally identifiable information. That's what important is. And why it is important? That's a very big question, right? Why it is important? So whenever you are starting in cybersecurity, the first question should coming to your mind is why it is important. So okay, the attackers are doing attack. They are getting our mobile number. They are getting our email ID. They are getting our names. But why it is important? What is the problem with that? So let me ask you a question in this time. So what do you think? Let's say you are sharing your email ID, your phone number, and your name. All this information, your name, your phone number, and your like email ID. You are sharing this information to a person. You have just met. Okay, so let's say there is some kind of lucky draw. Okay, some kind of lucky draw was there. So they were asking like some kind of lucky draw. So you are interested in that, and they are asking you to fill out the form. And in the form, you need to fill out what? Your name, your place, and your email ID, your phone number, and your like date of birth. Okay, you need to provide this much of information to participate in the lucky draw. Okay, so you are interested in that. Will you share this much of information for a person? So a person you have met just now for the lucky draw competition. That's all. Okay. Will you share this information? Yes or no? Just put a yes or no in the chat box. Okay. On the basis of those answers, let me tell you something. In India, normally whenever we are setting a password, yeah, finally I got a no. That's great. So whenever we are setting passwords in India, I'm saying in the base of India and normally the southern states. Okay, so what we are, no, I'm not saying the foreigners are setting those much of a very good password or something. I'm saying that I'm just saying about India. That's all. Okay, so whenever we are setting passwords in India, the passwords will be like, there are various possibilities. I will say some factors which will affect our passwords. Okay, which will affect our passwords. So the first thing, our name, obviously, our name, and the second thing, our mobile number. If you have a vehicle, your vehicle number, your family's details, your spouse or your mother, father, your immediate relations, their name, your date of birth, your year of birth, your month of birth, all this information, your favorite characters, your favorite sports players, all this information. So this much of information, and anything, your favorite food can also become your password. So this much of information can become your password. Like normally, let's say my name is Sarath, and like I'm from Kerala, or let's take this much of information, and my vehicle number is 1234. Okay. So normally, what I'm going to set as a password is so I need to remember the password. I should not forget the password, right? It's a very tedious task to reset the password. So what I will be doing is I will be like setting my password as Sarath at 1234, because Sarath is my name and 1234 is my vehicle number. So I'll be setting the password as Sarath at 1234. That's I'm not saying everyone is going to set like that. That's a possibility. So whenever you are sharing your information such as email ID, your phone number, date of birth, and your name and your place, this much of information This much of information can cause what? This much of information can give a possible password combination to the attacker. So let's consider an attacker is targeting you and you are sharing this much of information. So based on those information, what you can do is like your name is there, your email ID is there, so your phone number is there, your place is there. So based on those information, you can research you on the Facebook or Instagram, and from there you can collect information such as your favorite characters, favorite place, favorite sports, and all. So this much of attacks can cause there. I'm not saying 100% it is going to be attacked. I'm not saying that, but there is a possibility. That possibility is much better, much higher. That's why. Yeah, that's a good password. Okay, I'm not saying that's a good password because there is no special characters. Anyway, that's a good one. So likewise, whenever you are sharing your information, this much of information, that can cause what? That can cause a lot of possible attack vectors. That's what the problem here is. So whenever it comes to cyber forensics as a career, this kind of concepts are also be there. This kind of concepts are also there because the cyber literacy in our entire country is much lesser. It's not that much bigger. The cyber literacy, I'm not saying education literacy, I'm saying cyber literacy. The cyber literacy is not that much greater in number in our country. So normally all the people would not know about those kind of concepts such as cyber security, forensics and all. So they'll be sharing this information. So that can cause a lot of cyber security attacks also. That can cause what? That can cause to like cracking their password, getting into their bank account. So that can cause a lot of issue. That's where the career as a cyber forensic consultant comes important, because as you are going to handle this much of problems in this industry, so you will be like doing what? You will be like solving various cyber crimes and all, which is going to happen every day. As the cyber security or as the organizations and the digitalization is increased, as the IT startups are there, a lot of technologies are being introduced today, a lot of government sites, a lot of government agencies are being digitized, or like their departments are being digitized. So there comes the digitalization, there comes the risk, and that risk we need to mitigate those risks. So you'll be learning you'll be trying to learn about like the various kind of cyber attacks, how it happen, what is the root cause. So you need to recover the data, what caused this attack, who caused this attack. So you need to collect the evidence. So as a cyber forensics and cyber security in 2021, it's a great opportunity, I would say, because of the rise in the digitalization. And also all know like the rise in digitalization is not only about like startups and some government organization. In our the government of India is also promoting the digital India. So as they are promoting the digital India, there comes the risk. There will be a lot of cyber attacks. So that as a career in cyber forensics as well as a cyber security, it is going to rise. Just because of only one thing, just because of this rise in digitalization. So to get into cyber forensics, so what you're going to do, what is your job opportunities you have out there? So you can work as a cyber forensic consultant, you can work as an analyst, and you can work as a forensic analyst and a triage analyst. A normal way is like, first thing is you'll be like getting into SOC or Security Operations Center, SOC analyst. You will be joining as a SOC analyst, or you can work as a forensic consultant, analyst, and SOC analyst. Normally these are the job opportunities out there in cyber forensics. Now out there means you can go ahead and search on Indeed. You can see a lot of lists in like cyber forensics and all. A lot of opportunities are there. A lot of companies need this kind of professionals. And what does the company need? They just don't need any kind of professionals. They need a person with a skill. They need a person with a specified skill. That's what the important part is. So to get into a forensic career, normally in India, like the basic qualification will be a bachelor's degree. So you need a bachelor's degree in forensic science or a computer science. And normally as you are students of forensic science, I'm sure that you can get a career based on those degrees, and the degrees will give you a certification, degrees will give you a proof that you have learned this much. But it is not the important part. Most of the organization need one more assurance from yourself. That assurance is on your skill. So how much skillful you are. That's the important part they need to know. So to prove them how much skillful you are, so you need to like do the certification. It is another important part in cyber security or in IT industry. Certifications are very important. So that as a cyber forensic students, I will suggest you to start with a certification called Cyber Forensic Associate or CFA, which will give you a lot of fundamental ideas about cyber forensics and the technical aspects of cyber forensics. As I told you, like various kind of cyber forensics such as email, mobile phone, database and all. You need to know how to perform this, right? These are the concepts, okay, how to perform this. To learn that, I will suggest you to go with the CFA or Cyber Forensic Associate, which will give a lot of opportunity into cyber forensic area. And also an advanced certification such as CHFI or Computer Hacking Forensic Investigator, which is also a very good certification in the forensics to start with. So I'll suggest you to go out you need to complete your degree first of all. The degree should be given the first priority, and secondly, along with the degree, I will suggest you to go ahead with the certification, the CFA or the Cyber Forensic Associate, and CHFI or the Computer Hacking Forensic Investigator. Both of the certification will give you a lot of options or opportunities to get into cyber forensic area. Okay, so that's how you are going to getting into cyber forensic area. And I hope my time is up, and that's all to give. I hope I have given you a better insight into cyber forensics and the careers. Now, I'll be waiting for your questions. If you anyone of you have any kind of questions, please go ahead with it, and we can answer those. I'll be waiting for your questions. You can put that on the chat box, or you can unmute yourself, and you can go ahead with the questions. So any kind of questions from your side regarding the career, regarding any kind of technical aspects, or regarding the cyber security also you can ask. Not only forensics, you can ask about the security as well as forensics. Okay. If anything, please go ahead. How to save bank account details in mobile phone or Android. So normally, do not store any of your bank account information in mobile phone. That's the first thing. Do not store any kind of information. Do not store any kind of sensitive information in your mobile phone, because storing a sensitive information on mobile phone is not good, because there is a possibility of attack at any time. So that what you need to do is do not store any information. That's the first thing. So to secure yourself from being attacked, to attack into Android, the attacker needs some kind of payload to be injected into your Android, so that protect your Android with a better antivirus. Okay, better antivirus will help you. And do not forget to turn on the Google Play Protect. Google Play Protect is going to give you a better security. So do update your operating system frequently if there is any updates pending. Do update your operating system. Do not turn off the Google Play Protect, and especially do not install any Android apps from third-party stores, such as outside Play Store. Do not install anything. Install the application which you need from Play Store only. Okay, from Play Store only. And do not click on any links you are getting on WhatsApp or Facebook. By clicking on a link, it can cause a lot of attacks. So do not click on any kind of link you are going to get in the in the WhatsApp and Facebook. Do not click on any link. So these are some things you need to follow for protecting yourself from attacks in Android. And always you can connect to us whenever you need to clarify various concepts about cyber forensics. You can collect the information from the screen itself I have presented for you. Now, any more questions? Whatever questions you have, you can go ahead with. We can discuss that. The fake SMS in my mobile. So I didn't get what you have meant by fake SMS. So I'm saying that mostly you are expecting something like a phishing attack or something. So normally, normally there are various kind of attacks called smishing or SMS phishing. We say the smishing is some kind of attack which will affect the entire bank industry. So what happens here is, normally when we are seeing a particular message, just read that particular message. There must be some kind of offer. If that particular message is focused on attacking you, then there must be some kind of offers or some kind of scarcity. So they will be saying, hello madam, we are going to upgrade your card, and they will be saying your account got deactivated, call this number or click on this link. So that kind of scarewares will be there, or that kind of offers will be there. So whenever you get some kind of message like that in the name of your bank or something, just contact them. Just call the bank and ask them, have you sent this message? So is there an offer like that? Just confirm that. Okay. Tamil Nadu cyberwire. So must be your mobile phone must be having any kind of payload. So some kind of other softwares may be installed on your mobile devices. So I'll suggest you to like change the entire software. Change the software on your mobile phone and it will be good. Like must be some kind of virus may be affected earlier or at any time without your knowledge. That's a possibility. So you can just change the software and it will help you. My number, okay, sure. So if you guys need to contact me at any time, you can always call me on this number. I'm putting that on my chat. You can always connect with me if you have any kind of questions regarding forensics, or if you need any kind of help regarding your choosing your career or something. Like, always contact me. Feel free to call me, okay? Like, or Kamal sir can also connect me. So I'll always suggest, like, if you have any kind of queries, you can always call me on that particular number. I have put that on the in the chat box, and also you can note the number in my screen also. Which is the best Android operating? Anas, what do you meant by best Android operating system? Like there is only one Android. I meaning like the various versions such as Android 10 or 11. In that case, in custom ROM, it entirely depends upon your liking side. I'll not say like installing custom ROM is not that much better, but anyway, it entirely depends upon your interest. Normally, the custom ROMs are focused only one thing, customization, right? So as it is focused on like customization, it entirely depends upon our preferences. So it depends upon your preference. Normally, when it comes to those kind of custom ROM concepts, I will always choose the evolution. There is a thing, and there is a custom ROM called evolution. I'm not sure how you heard about it or not. It have a very good look and feel quality. So that's why I'm choosing that. Like because I do like the customization in evolution. So that's why I'm choosing that. It entirely depends upon your personal preference anyway. So I think that's all the questions you have for today, and I'm not sure any if you have any more questions. So yeah, I think that's all for today. So guys, it was a great session with you, and I hope you have got some kind of insight into cyber forensics after this session. And also, like, let me give you a last word of advice. Like in cybersecurity, it is all about your skill set. So do improve your skills. That's a very important thing. Do improve your skills. So you can improve your skills by learning more and more in cybersecurity. It's all about researching and learning. Okay. So research and learn and complete your degree, and also do the certification, because certifications are very important in the industry. So do certifications. It is very important. The CFA and CHFI will be a very great addition to your resume. So because in IT industry, certifications are very important. Okay, so especially in cybersecurity, it is very important because the certifications are the one who is proving your skill. So I'll always suggest you to go ahead with the certification. And also complete your degree. That will be a great addition to you, because the cyber forensic science is a great degree. And I will say that's a great degree. And I have gone through your syllabus also. The syllabus you are learning also. It is a great syllabus. I have seen that. Like, it's a great syllabus. It includes a lot of information. That's a great thing. Okay, so you are learning a great course, and complete that course, and do the certifications. And always, I'm again saying you, always, if you have any kind of doubts regarding cybersecurity, regarding cyber forensics, or regarding the career options or anything, you can always contact me. My number is given in the chat box, or you can connect me through the Kamal sir also. Kamal sir will also help you to do that. And that's all about it. So thank you all. Thank you, Kamal sir and the AJK College, for giving me this great opportunity for presenting my insights on cyber forensics. And I hope we will meet soon once more in some other sessions also. So thank you guys. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your valuable session. On behalf of AJK College of Computer Science, once again I thank our resource person, Sarath sir. And I need more session like cyber forensic science for my students. I'm expecting more and more sessions from you.
Sure. I suggest you to go ahead with much more workshops and practical sessions.
Sure,
That
sure.
will be a great addition for these students. I'm
Yes,
sure
sir.
they are also interested in the cyber forensics a lot.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Great.
Okay, thank you
So
for
thank you,
your.
Kamal sir. Thank you, AJKCAS, and thank you all of my students who attended this today's session. And see you soon again. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.